So Roger, jump in. At this time, I'd like to call this meeting into order. If we could please rise for prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Heavenly Father, as we enter October in the season of fall, I just pray that we will see your beauty in your hand of work, and that we will also see that beauty in the children that we serve. We thank you and we praise you. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Emmett, can we have roll call, please?
Yes. Mrs. Fiorella.
Here.
Mr. Hope.
Here.
Mr. Gogolski.
Here.
Mr. Enslin.
Excused.
Mr. Gershie.
Here.
Mr. Gambita.
Here.
Mr. Auckland.
Here.
Mr. Schaefer.
Excused.
And Mr. Wood.
Here.
Mr. Meir.
Here.
Dr. Barrett.
Here.
Mrs. La Rosa. Here. Ms. Emmett is here. Mr. Gogorski.
Here.
Mrs. Bradley.
Here.
Mr. Pigeon.
Here.
Mrs. Miller. Here. Ms. Watson.
Here.
Mr. Barr.
Here.
Mrs. Fitzsimmons.
Here.
Ms. DeKnight.
Here.
Ms. Geyer.
Here.
Mrs. Gregory.
Here.
Mrs. Liptak.
Excused.
Mr. Seaman.
Here.
Mr. Dunda.
Here.
Mr. Black.
Excused.
Mrs. Fiorella, you have 7 board members present.
At this time, could I please have a motion for number 5, please?
I move that we approve the minutes of the regular board meeting which was held September 9th, 2019.
Yep, was that you?
It was Mr. Rock. Yes.
Motion was made by Mr. Gershie and seconded by Mr. Auckland. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. And any abstaining. That motion does pass. A motion for number 6, please.
I move to accept the treasurer's report for the general and food service accounts.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Mr. Gogolski and then seconded by Mr. Wood. Any questions on the treasurer's report? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. And any abstaining? That motion does pass. And a motion for number 7, please.
I move for the approval of bills from the general, food service, and construction accounts. And I'll second.
Again, the motion was made by Mr. Gogolski and then seconded by Mr. Wood. Any questions or comments on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. And any abstaining? That motion does pass. Any questions on the accounting of taxes? Okay, Mr. Gogorski, our student recognition.
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight we have one student, senior, we'd like to recognize. His name is Ezra Tetreault. Ezra is the son of Kevin and Patricia Tetreault of Lake Ariel.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gregorski, for having me tonight, and thank you for the board for having me as well. I feel like I've spoken to you guys like 9 times in my career, but it's really only like the 2nd or 3rd, but I'm pretty happy I'm here again. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are my academics. Academics have been a very important part of my career at Western Wayne, and I thank Western Wayne for really making me a smart person. I really do believe that because of the classes I've taken, it's gotten me ready for my future. This year I'm in AP Government, I'm in AP Calculus, I'm in AP Physics, and I'm in Brit Lit Honors. Brit Lit Honors is the first year we're doing, like, in English Honors in 12th grade. I'm also in Psychology, and I'm taking Business Communications with Ms. Lubash, my FBLA advisor. So yeah, I've taken a bunch of APs and honors, and I had a really good SAT score I was happy with, and honestly, that's all thanks to Western Wayne and all my classes I've taken, and I've really been set up for success. I'm going to move on to my extracurriculars now. First off, FBLA I think is like #1 ever in my life so far. I currently am the FBLA chapter president of Western Wayne. I am FBLA Region 22 president in Pennsylvania, and I'm Pennsylvania FBLA first vice president, so I'm second in command. It's taken me a lot of places. I went to San Antonio this summer. I've met thousands of kids. I've gone to dozens of conferences and workshops. And I've really, really sharpened my skills in leadership and people and being able to deal with situations that I wasn't maybe ready for in that moment. It's really prepared me for dealing with problems and solving them. Other things I'm involved in this year, I am student body president, I am National Honor Society president, I am secretary of the Cats Club, I am treasurer of the varsity club. Whenever I join a club, I really try to get in a position of leadership. I really love leadership more than anything. I love leading my friends and leading my peers, especially people that have similar interests as me. So it's really cool to get involved in the club and get a leadership position and change and do good for whatever club or organization I'm part of. Next is sports, athletics. I am a 4-year football player. I'll be a 4-year outdoor track runner, and I do indoor track as well. The football team's off to a great start this year. I was elected captain of the football team this year. We're off to a 6-1 start, as I said. I play wide receiver and corner. I had a touchdown on Friday night. I don't know if you guys were there. We faced the #1 team in the area, but it was a hard-fought loss. It was a hard-fought loss. We really played well. We're happy with it, and we're going to bounce back this week against West. I just want to tell you guys about a little intel on my week. So Mr. Gorski told me pretty much brag about everything I do. So I wanted to tell you guys my week ahead. So tonight is Monday. I had football practice today. We lifted and we watched film from the Valley View game. Last night I had a Pennsylvania FBLA go-to meeting. So I have a workshop at Kalahari in November, and Pennsylvania FBLA is actually taking over the national FBLA social media. So it has about 10,000 followers. So Pennsylvania is taking over that account while we're at Kalahari, and we had a 2-hour meeting planning out every single post that we're going to make. We can make 2 posts a day for a whole week, and so we really planned out and mapped out everything we're going to post in that week. So 2 hours was a long time, and I didn't get to do my physics homework until 11 or 12. It was awful. Tonight I'm at the board meeting, and when I get home I have to write a monthly report for FBLA. So every month I write a report on community service activities I'm a part of, how I'm recruiting members, how I'm recruiting new chapters from across the state, any speeches or presentations I gave, and what I'm thinking of doing, actions for the next month that will make Pennsylvania FBLA better. I have an AP calculus test tomorrow, so I'll be scurrying out of here real quick after I'm done. Wednesday I have a giant Brit Lit project. It's 119 questions on the book Brave New World. I don't know if you guys have read it. It's a pretty interesting book, but 119 questions can get to you. Thursday night, I am actually going to a recognition dinner for the American Legion. This past summer, I attended Keystone Boys State at Shippensburg. I was mayor of my city, so pretty much it was a mock city. It was a pretend thing that we did for a week. I ran a fake city for a week. I was mayor. I got to write legislation. I got to do pretty much what Mrs. Fiorella is doing right now. I was chair of all the meetings we had every night. So that was a great opportunity. I was mayor, and I met a lot of people that I really love. Friday night, I have a game against West Scranton. Every night I have football practice, and every night I'll be keeping up with my studies and making sure I'm doing my homework and all that. I'm sure you guys expected me to do that anyway. And Saturday, finally, one part of my National Honor Society stuff I'm doing right now. We're going to the Steamtown Marathon on Sunday, so I have to buy bagels for everyone on Saturday to feed them at 6 a.m. on Sunday. So yeah, I just want to kind of let you in on my life right now. The last thing is, where am I going from this point? I can't believe I'm already a senior. It flew by, really. But I'm hoping to attend the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. I'll hope to be the second Western Wayne student to ever attend the Academy. Shannon Myers did it. She graduated in 2011, I believe. So my application's in. I did my physical. I passed the Dodmer, and I had an interview. So I'm just waiting to hear back. Been talking to their football coach a little bit, so I'm hoping that gives a little leeway. But yeah, I hope to attend the U.S. Coast Guard Academy to study government. Maybe one day I'll be in Washington at headquarters. Maybe one day I'll be in the White House. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that process, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the rest of my senior year here at West Wayne. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ezra. I can honestly think of no other single person who's a better representative of our student body, and as our student body president I think they absolutely got it right. Thank you very much for the kind words. If we could have your parents be recognized, please.
I just would like to say to the parents, you can be so proud of this young man. I've just been able to see him over the last couple of years, and he's one of those gentlemen that you want your daughters to marry. And I have 4, so I'm on lookout. But he's a wonderful young man, and what he stands for and what he represents is truly just, he's a great guy. And the White House could definitely be on your radar. So best of luck to you, and congratulations on all your hard work.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I thought I was involved in a lot of different things, and I wish my wife would hear that, but.
Oh, it's recorded, Joe. Don't worry.
And Mr. Gregorski and I had the privilege to join Ezra and his parents down, and his family down in Hershey at the FBLA conference, where he was recognized and presented in front of other students and families from across the state. And I couldn't be prouder of what he represents, what he brings to the table, and how well he represents Western Wayne. And to know that we have kids like you coming out of here is very reassuring, and you make our jobs very pleasant. Because when we see something, a kid like you and all of your accomplishments, it just reassures us in what we're doing, and you make us proud. Thank you.
So if you want to head out, Ezra.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. I hope you squeeze some fun into that calendar there. We have 15 minutes for recognition from the public.
The cards that you have at the front desk were provided by Lisa Bunting. She is a firm supporter of the Veterans Memorial Wall in the auditorium. She's the one that also placed the poster at the front there. It's a heartfelt contribution so that you can better understand why she feels that way. She's currently having people sign it so that everyone that we can be made aware of how important this is to people in the district. As we discussed last time, you wanted to know how many people in the district. The cards that she has are going out. People are signing the backs of them, so you can be certain that it's very much a community organized matter. Because it is so important to them, we have now contacted Harrisburg, and we're getting information from Harrisburg about the proper way to handle such disagreements, to make sure our goal is to moderate our differences of opinion and come to an agreement about how we can better serve the community when we have a disagreement like this. We're seeking outside the district right now. We're going to be meeting with a couple of different groups, and again, hoping on moderation, okay? Because this is not the way we wanted this to end. So we're going to be talking to folks, and then we'll be back in touch with the district in the hopes that we can find.
Just for clarification, the plaque is on the poster.
Is it where we originally planned, like right where you can see it when you're walking in?
We did explain the purpose of that.
What was the purpose of it?
Because the plaque would have been covered when the doors were ajar. We had to get new doors in to be ADA compliant. So when the doors were ajar, we wanted both the mural and the plaque to be displayed properly so that everybody can see them and they weren't covered up.
Well, why couldn't we put the plaque right as you're coming in and maybe the mural as you're going out?
But we feel that it's appropriate where it's at.
But it's kind of like we changed the rules in the middle of the game.
No, there was no rules changed. This was not done maliciously. It was
I
just done
understand
to
that.
put it up nicely. It is hung on the Veterans Memorial Wall. So to say and to put out there, put the plaque back, you're misrepresenting what the board is doing. It's 100% inaccurate. It makes it sound that this plaque has been taken down. This plaque was donated by CM3 Construction.
It
to
was
the
all
school.
donated. It was all
It
donated.
was donated,
It was
the
planned
wood
out.
was donated by the raising of the funds through the community. That was placed on the wall. The wood was on the wall. The plaque was donated through CM3, our contractor, from what we did a $10 million renovation. That was donated by him to the school. So the school had the right to place that plaque where they saw fit. And that's what the school
And that's not the way it
did.
was planned originally.
Well,
Sometimes plans change.
unfortunately, yes, it
We
changed.
changed as a result.
It
of
was
the
not in
issue
writing, there was,
That we
we did it to make
I thought
it
was
look
on
the
video,
best.
That it was.
Yes, it was on the
and there was
video.
pictures.
A video,
That's
well,
where-
you know, okay.
It was
well,
on the video, we discussed it, it
We
was on the
look
video.
forward to
So here's
continue.
what you asked. You said, please bring in people from the community that feel that it's important. Here are the people from the community. The cards are, so again, here are going to be the people that feel the same way. Not everybody's going to feel the same way. Some people are going to feel
Right.
like you are, because it is a lovely painting. But the problem is, that is not what we agreed to, and they want it the way they
But
agreed to.
you're wanting to place a plaque that you did not donate. And that's where I have the
Wait a minute,
problem.
I
with
thought
this.
the public donated some of
The
this. I
public
did.
donated the money for the wood that was placed on the wall.
I think, again, you asked for people to come in to explain to you how they feel.
And
This
I
is how
understand
they
it. And Ms.
feel.
Johnson, I understand your passion for this is wonderful. And
Yes.
what you started was a wonderful thing.
It is a wonderful
But
thing.
now we're just going, he said, she said. It's
No.
opinion.
No.
And so-
Can I approach
We
just for
can
a
go.
second? Can I show you something on that poster? This is my grandfather, okay? For what he did in the war, he saved his platoon with a machine gun, no tripod. He never asked for anything for it, you know? And I think that's a big accomplishment. To me, putting a plaque back to where we originally planned it, that's not that big of a thing to ask for something that these people did. This was his brother, he gave his life for him. I don't think that's a big thing.
Well, I applaud any veteran. I do. We are not anti-veteran here.
My grandfather, both my.
All of our families, we all go back and forth.
One father,
Well,
both
that's what I
fathers.
mean, why is it so
So,
much of a big deal to just place it where we originally
Because we don't
planned
want
so people can
to,
see
you know,
it?
we discussed this last time for 15 minutes, so we're not gonna go into this any further. We will meet with our solicitor here and we'll just continue forward. and
As
we're
I
just gonna
said,
have to handle it that way.
you did ask for people to come in, so that's what we're doing. We did as you asked. Please bring in other people, correct?
And I
Yeah.
thank you for coming this evening, and it's wonderful to see passionate people.
Mr. Mayor has something to-
Yeah, I'm happy to discuss this with any state agency that you can get that'd
Wonderful.
be interested in
That's
this. A state
wonderful.
agency affiliated with the Pennsylvania Department of Education. These cards are extremely misleading, just so everybody knows.
I don't agree, but that's your
Put their
opinion,
plaque
sir.
back. The
Yeah.
plaque is on the wall,
Yes, it is,
correct?
correct?
correct.
Oh,
But the wrong wall.
It
It's on
doesn't
a
say
wall.
that on this card at
It's
all.
on a wall.
So
Yes.
when you talk about, there's
So
nothing
it's
directly
going to-
defamatory here.
It's
But
going
in a
to
written
open up a
arena-
discussion.
The word is called libel. Put their plaque
It's
back.
opening up a
This is extremely
discussion.
misleading to anybody you show, because it should be stated in here, the plaque is on the wall. But I'm happy to discuss it with any state agency.
Good, that'd be
Okay?
very
You
helpful.
can have them contact.
Because we're trying to open up communications, and that's our purpose.
It's my understanding they've discussed it ad nauseum at this point. And
According to
communication
their
has always been
opinion.
open with this board.
There are a lot of people involved, and they did ask, please have people come.
Right.
Correct.
And we're happy to, in the 15 minutes,
Good.
there may be other people here who want to speak about something other than the plaque.
Absolutely.
So
So
I
we're
think
going to
if
move
we're
on.
just reiterating the same stuff that happened last month, it's time to move on and see if somebody else has something else they need to comment about with regards to the West Virginia School District.
I would like to point out, though, in other circumstances, there have been not quite so strict rules about listening. They have been a little bit, perhaps a little more lenient if someone had something they very much felt important about, like their grandfather's service to the country. So perhaps we could be a little more lenient with the time when we have someone that doesn't usually come with such a heartfelt
You know,
request.
I'm fine with that, I'm done with this,
I know,
And
I
just-
know.
I'll
Not- not
people
to-
look look into this.
Carry this on any further than we need to, but one of the individuals that donated their time on here from Grimm was part of the decision-making to move the plaque.
He did not understand what was going on. So if you ask someone to move a plaque as part of being a construction worker, that's a lot different than knowing that hundreds of people signed a petition asking for it, and people wanted it there. That's a lot different.
I'm going
Is-
to take issue
is
with
there-
that because I worked with Brett and we talked about this quite a bit.
He did not have the information. He did not have the information about why they wanted it where
Dr.
it
Johnson, it
was.
appears that you're stirring a pot that doesn't need to be stirred. We honor our veterans,
It's
and
a-
that's why we followed your lead and did all these wonderful things with our
Your
student
opinion,
body.
Mr.
We're,
Howe.
we're here for education of these wonderful children.
Yes.
One you just saw.
Yes,
That's what we're here for.
good.
If part of that is displaying this plaque, we're glad to go along with it. The location is such, this is
To you,
this is
Mr. Howe.
bordering ridiculous.
To you,
which,
Mr. Howe.
Which wall it's on.
Please don't tell other people how to feel, Mr. Howe.
You can feel
It
any
is
way you
very,
wish, but
very
this is the way I
important to them.
feel.
Yes.
This is
And you
silly.
are entitled to your opinion, except the part where you call other people's personal opinions silly.
Ms.
That's
Johnson,
not
I'm just gonna
okay.
stop you right there. Is there anyone else from the public who has anything else to say?
You said it was your opinion about where it should go, right? Well, my opinion is it should have been on the other wall.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
that is also my.
that's where when we came down here and measured it. I was one of the guys that came down and measured it. When I came down and measured it, that's where it was supposed to go. And all of a sudden, it's like, well, we're putting it somewhere else. Now, you said that the picture was too big to put over on the other wall or something, and it's not. You could put the picture over on the other wall. All you have to do is change the frame, use the door frame, the door trim as the right side of the picture frame, and put a three-sided frame on it. It'll fit right in perfect, because I came down and measured that. So it will work. And it would solve the problem. I mean, what do you care? If we want to do it that way, why is it a problem for you? You know,
It shouldn't be a problem for you.
it's not a big deal. It's like we just want it over there, so when people come in, they see it. That's it.
Well,
And
thank
like I
you
said,
for
the
coming
opinion on
tonight
the
and
other side.
stating what you wanted
Yeah.
to say.
But
Is
it
there
will fit,
anyone else?
just so you know.
Okay.
You know, the picture can be moved to the other side. It would fit. I measured it. Use the door frame as one side of the picture frame, and it fits perfect. You know, and it wouldn't be in the way of the doors or
Can I ask
anything.
when you did that?
Can you ask when I did it?
When did you measure that?
About 3 weeks ago. Or
Did
so.
you have permission to be in the building?
Yes.
we
Yeah, it
just
was, the
came in.
building was open. I mean, the building was open. Yeah, the kids were coming in and out.
Okay, so we're just gonna move on. Anyone else? Okay. So the enrollment is there. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your comments. The enrollment is there. If we can move on to number 12 for the memorandum of understanding.
I move that the Board of Education approve the memorandum of understanding between the school district and the Western Way Education Association regarding high school art position vacancy.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion was made by Mr. Gershi and then seconded by Mr. Hoke. Any questions or comments on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. Any abstaining? That motion does pass. Motion for number 13, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the memorandum of understanding between Western Maine School District and the Western Maine Education Support Professionals Association. A food service transfer.
Second.
The motion was made by Mr. Gambita and then seconded by Mr. Gershi. Any questions or comments?